Well, good morning. We are recording again our morning devotions that have been missing for a few days due to family issues. But I would like to bring you up to speed on the sermon because there were some questions that came up and I wanted to take this opportunity to answer some. During the sermon, I referenced Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verses 1 and 2. So remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of adversity come and the years approach when you will say, I have no delight in them. Now, what we were talking about was the fact that so many people are going through a struggle right now, and they have a tendency to think that maybe God has abandoned them, that He doesn't love them. And I used the illustration of a coin toss. And I said, if you can toss a coin up and it comes down, it should remind you that just as sure as gravity's going to bring that coin down, God is with you. God loves you. God has a plan for you. God is not abandoned you. So many times we have this tendency to go on our feelings instead of dealing with the fact. And the fact is that God does not abandon you. And I went on to reference the chapters in Acts 16 and 17 that talk about Paul and Silas being arrested and beaten and put in the dungeon, basically. And at midnight, they had been singing hymns and praises to God, and there was an earthquake. And in fact, is that all the doors of the jail opened up. And all the doors opening up, the jailer came in and just thought he was going to have to commit suicide because he thought the prisoners had escaped. And in fact, is that Paul assures him that there was no need for that because all the prisoners were still there. And the prayers and the songs that were sung obviously had touched this jailer's heart because the first thing he asked is what he needs to do to be saved. And it is amazing to me that it wasn't just him, but it was his entire family that got saved. Now, the dungeon and the reason that they were there was unjust. And maybe what you're going through right now is because it's unjust. You had no plans to be homebound because of the virus. You had no plans to lose your job. You had no plans for somebody to hurt you. And maybe you've reached that point where you say, you know what, why don't I just give up? Commit suicide. Run away. Just leave. And many people right now are going through that set of feelings. And I want to assure you that's not the right answer. The answer is just to trust God and believe that there's a purpose for everything that we're going through. Now, that's easy to say and harder to live. And there are some resources that are available to you that if you're a part of the Open Gate community, go on Right Now Media. They have some very good Bible studies right now about the idea and the concept of God walking us through this crucible so that when we get to the other side, we are better prepared to serve Him and to serve others. So, thank you for listening, and we will be getting back to my utmost for His highest. But today, I just wanted you to remember that if you have any doubt about God loving you, toss the coin up. And when it comes down, let that be your reminder not to give up, that God is working for you. Okay, take care, and I will catch up with you tomorrow.